our Central Ozarks Medical Center hometown heroes this week. Pretty fitting. We both like this guy just
Love
a little
this guy.
bit.
Yep.
But what I think is this guy's probably impacted the lives of more young men than maybe anyone in the history of the Lake of the Ozarks. But this week's hometown heroes, presented by Central Ozarks Medical Center, Camdenton head coach Jeff Shore. And Chris, when you look at Jeff Shore, the accolades are a mile long, that list, as far as a player, state championships, as an assistant coach, state and district championships, and now as a head coach, district and conference championships, state quarterfinal appearances, all state and all conference players. But I think it is worth noting that that's not even the most impressive thing about Jeff Shore are his wins and losses. I had some help, because I needed to come up with the words to properly represent who Jeff Shore is. And so we were able to come up with the following. No nicer man will you likely ever meet. Whether he's bringing a kid biscuits and gravy every morning to encourage them to show up, to get their grades as a way to show them that someone actually cares enough to remember him each morning, or the guy who brings a Dr. Pepper during class because that player went the extra mile, Jeff Shore has proven for decades to be a favorite of the kids that have grown up in the Camdenton School District. Couple of comments from previous players. He's like my dad. He came to my college graduation. He sends birthday cards. Just a couple of the comments, the impact this guy makes. Now, through the years, Coach Shore has purchased shoes for kids who didn't have good tennis shoes for PE. He once bought a replacement set of earbuds for one of his kids who had his stolen, and Coach Shore knew the kid had worked that summer to save up for these real fancy earbuds. They got stolen out of the locker room. The only thing Coach Shore knew to do was to replace those out of his own pocket. Another situation, he had a player whose battery was always dying in his vehicle, and he did this without anyone knowing. He's going to be mad that I have information about this. Coach Shore went out and bought a brand new battery and left it in the seat of that player's vehicle. That way no one would know and it wouldn't get acknowledged. Now, his goal has been to lead young men by example, to become good people as a result of his leadership in the small things as well as the big. I love this, Chris. At the end of every season, his farewell speech always includes his recipe for a happy life. And those three things that are the most important to him that he tells every one of his players are God, a good wife, and a happy family. He says hard work and dedication to the small things in life are what matter the absolute most. And at the end of the huddle, and I've heard this lots of times, every Friday night, his reminder to his team is to be grateful for this opportunity to play tonight. He shouts out the question, who has it better than us? And his team responds with a resounding, no one. One other story, there was an individual on his team who had a disability, and Jeff encouraged him to come out to the team and wanted him to practice so he had a sense of purpose with that year's team. At the end of the season, Jeff realized that this young man had actually inspired him more than anyone did for this young man, and so he gave him a trophy to thank him for the inspiration he offered him. And the list goes on and on about how incredible this guy is. Not just wins and losses, way further than that. And boy, I know you know the guy really well. We've got a chance to work with them, and all of this is just a small sample size, but it doesn't get as great of a mentor and leader and high school football coach than we have with Jeff Shore.
Absolutely, and the dynasty's coming to an end because I believe Coach Shore is going to retire after this year, and that's going to leave a big hole, big shoes to fill, but we love Jeff, we love Stacy, the whole Shore family, Bob Shore, it just great people. So.
No doubt about it. And that's why Jeff Shore is this week's hometown hero, presented by Central Ozarks Medical Center.